Manga.
My name is Aki. I have a best friend named Lily who has been a close family friend of mine since I was little. She's what you would call a childhood friend. Lily's father is the president of a company, and he's very rich. In other words, Lily is a rich girl. So she's a little out of touch with the world in terms of money, and bad men who knew this often approach her to take advantage, and she was sometimes cheated. Soon after entering the workforce, Lily became pregnant. The other man seemed to run away as soon as he found out that Lily was pregnant, and when she couldn't get in touch with him, Lily came crying to me. She was already 8 months pregnant when she came to me for advice, and her parents, who were very strict, were furious about this and disowned Lily. I decided to do everything in my power to support Lily, who could no longer rely on anyone. And then 2 months later, Lily gave birth to a baby girl. The girl was named Mimi and grew up well. Lily also raised Mimi while working and became a great mother. I also helped her with things like picking up Mimi from daycare. At some point, I started getting more and more refusals saying that it was okay. I thought it was because Mimi was getting older, but it seems she actually got a new boyfriend. Her boyfriend, Kuraki, seemed very kind and sincere. In fact, they are already thinking about getting married. And when Lily went to talk to her parents, she was happy to hear that they gave her their blessing. Above all, I was so relieved to see Lily looking so happy. However, I was concerned that Mimi had been acting strangely for a little while now. Your new father seems kind. Does he play with you a lot? Mimi, what do you do for fun at kindergarten these days?
Origami. I can make cranes and stuff. I'll make one for you next time.
Thanks. I haven't been able to pick you up lately. Does your dad pick you up?
Yeah.
I was a little worried by the brusque reply whenever we talked about her dad, and then I saw a slight redness on her arm. I was married by then, and I had discussed Mimi's condition with my husband. My husband also adored Mimi, so he listened to me, sympathetically. Maybe it's just my imagination, but what if it isn't?
Yeah? Then how about this?
After discussing it with my husband, I decided to give Mimi a stuffed rabbit for Christmas this year, although not just a normal stuffed rabbit. As I had hoped, Mimi was so happy with it, and she took it everywhere she went. And finally, Lily's wedding day. Both Lily and Kuraki looked happy, but Mimi remained downcast. The ceremony proceeded smoothly, and then came the vows.
Do you swear to love, support, and walk with this one in sickness and in health?
Then suddenly, Mimi shouted.
Mom!
Lily was surprised, but when Kuraki went to talk to her, Mimi's face turned tense and she looked down.
I guess she got nervous.
Then the ceremony ended without incident, and the reception was held. Lily, Kuraki, and their uncle and aunt all looked happy. I just couldn't help but wonder about Mimi, who had stopped speaking a word.
Now let's ask Mimi about those two since you're always with them. Mimi, do they usually get along? Are you getting nervous? Okay. Where did you enjoy going with your new dad?
What's wrong with Mimi?
Maybe she's surprised about being asked so suddenly.
I ran to Mimi when I saw her like that. Mimi, isn't there something you want to tell your mom?
I'm scared.
Okay, I'll take care of it then. I borrowed the stuffed rabbit that Mimi had been holding onto all day, and then I took the microphone from the MC and pressed a button on the stuffed animal. Then the audio played back from the rabbit.
Mimi, don't come near me. I don't even want to see your face. I hate kids.
Then why do you have her with you?
It's all about the money. Her mother is the daughter of a rich family, so if we can get married, the money will come in. I don't want to be with this child, but if I think of her as money, I can put up with it a little better. The only person I love is you.
I see. Ryuji, you're so evil.
All I had to do to deceive her was to treat her nicely for a little bit. marry her for a few months, then I'll leave her. Hey, you! Don't touch my stuff without permission.
Ouch!
Mimi, you don't want me to do awful things to your mother, do you? Then listen to me, okay? I don't even know whose kid you are, and I'm still playing the father, so my orders are absolute.
What? You don't even know whose kid this is? That's hilarious.
Yeah, Lily got tricked by a guy and had a baby. She really is stupid, and she's getting fooled by me now.
Oh my. Poor woman.
What is that? What's that audio? What kind of prank is this? That's not me.
Oh, what do you mean? But this voice, it's you.
Gee, this is crazy. Lily, how could it be me? Who do you believe? Me or Aki?
We'll find out if you're lying or not when we look into it.
Whenever Mom wasn't around, it was always like this. He always takes me to some woman's house where it smells of alcohol and cigarettes. They always say bad things about me.
The next moment, the sound of Lily slapping Kuraki echoed throughout the hall. I can't believe it! I can forgive you for cheating on me and talking bad about me, but I can never forgive you for hurting Mimi. You better brace yourself. I'm going to make you regret it. Lily, who's usually calm, snapped at Kuraki with such force that he nearly jumped out of his skin.
Hey, what's going on? Is that true?
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
I can't believe you hurt my daughter and granddaughter. Don't ever show your face in front of my daughter again.
And the woman who was mixed in among the invited guests were seized by the relatives after Lily's confession. Kuraki kept quiet until the end, but the woman spoke on everything, so the evidence for fraud was gathered. Lily's mother called the police, and Kuraki and the woman were taken away on suspicion of marriage fraud. The couple later on went behind bars together, and Kuraki's parents paid all the expenses incurred for the wedding and various fees. Kuraki was a scumbag, but I'm glad his parents were decent people.
I can't believe this happened. I must have been hurting Lily too, leaving such an adorable granddaughter alone. Why don't you come to live with us from now on?
Mimi, why don't you come live with Grandma? I want to spend time with you and Mimi.
Mom told me about Grandma and Grandpa. I always wish I could live with you guys. Yay!
Are you sure? I'm such a failed daughter.
You're not a failure. It's great that you're raising her well, and I'm sorry I pushed you away. I've been worried about you.
After this wedding, Lily and Mimi spent time at her parents' house with her grandfather and grandmother. One day, I was invited to Lily's house. Mimi was playing happily with her grandmother, and both Lily and I smiled naturally. I'm so happy we're able to smile like this. But still, that recording functions amazes me. Aki, I'm in debt for all the help you've given me. Right. I was so surprised when I read the manual after I gave it to her. On the day of the wedding, Mimi was acting weird. So I took a chance and it worked. I was surprised myself. I didn't give it to her for the recording purposes. But still, modern technology is incredible. I can't believe it starts recording by holding it tightly. We were able to record the evidence thanks to Mimi. And I am just glad that the two of them are happy together.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. What did you think of today's episode? Leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on today's story. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe.